I'll make sure we can hear. And then popping on.
Hold on. Message. Yeah, all right.
I'll make sure to sound good. All right, sounds good to me. All right, y'all. So today I wanted to get into everything going on with these PDFs. I'm sure a lot of y'all have heard about Gideon and what he do at this point on his platforms, right? So he is helping the community. He's doing a service, if you ask me. So I know when I was a young teenager, I had a kick account. I don't know about y'all, but I had a kick account, and my kick account was full of very grown men asking me for pictures. Trying now that I'm older, I know it was grooming, but I remember at one point one of them had asked me for a picture of myself. Mind you, I had to have been 12, so I had just went on Google and I looked up like nude women or something like that. And it was some random white lady. I screenshotted it, sent it to him, and they were like, "This isn't you," and got mad and like cussed me out and blocks me. Bro, at the end of the day, who really should be upset here? You are the grown ass man talking to me. I'm happy I had the honestly I shouldn't have been talking to him, but at least I didn't send a picture of myself. But so what you call you? Dada?
Yeah,
Ah. You Papa?
yeah, I guess. Yeah.
All right, so me and Papa was talking, and he brought up Telegram. I don't really know much about Telegram. I worked for AT&T for a short amount of time, and they suggested to us to use our social medias to just reach out to people to make sales and whatnot. So he's bringing it up like the PDFs are on Telegram. I had no idea. I know it's a lot of creeps on there because I was trying to sell things, and these men just want to flirt pretty much. But
Yeah.
what did you think about the Telegram stuff?
Well, nah, I just started watching that Jadion guy and the streamer, and I noticed that a lot of them use Telegram to get all their CP, which is weird because they start adding people to random group chats, and that's how they get them. And a lot of them be like, you'd be surprised there'd be some young like kids starting in there to be doing that CP
It
stuff.
sound like they using it to trade it more so. That's where they
Yeah,
like
they're trading in there, and I feel like they're also like creating PDFs in there because they're sending stuff to random kids that have never known that, and now they're exposed to like kids and stuff. It's gross.
but
So
it's
like,
kids being exposed to kids. If anything,
yeah,
it's like
yeah,
that's the grooming part. Now you're
yeah,
introducing them to adult content,
exactly.
even though it's a child, it's still adult
Hmm.
content. So
Yeah, and then
for
you
sure.
got you got things like Roblox, which is in the same wave because they do the same thing. They try to get little kids in there. It's gross. They be trying to meet up with these kids, which is wild in real life. Like they will ask these kids for addresses and stuff like that. They'll tell you, "Oh, Snapchat me or something else," because they don't want to talk in Roblox, so they don't get monitored.
From what I learned about Roblox, that's for ages like 6 to 12, no
Yeah,
older than 14.
hmm,
Nobody older than a 16-year-old should be on Roblox, essentially.
exactly. And there be a whole bunch of grown men. I'm talking about 40s, 50s. They use that now. They know that that is like a way to get to kids. They use it now. This is wild.
That's it.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of women that are creeps too. So we're not
Yeah.
even just gonna
Yeah.
like put everything on the men.
Yep.
The women are weirdos too.
Yep. The number one for like in school for kids that target kids are women. Literally, they
The
target
teachers,
yes, they're the number one. It's
so
wild.
odd.
Yeah, literally. Grown women, they be married. And they love to target these little 13-year-olds, 12-year-olds. It's gross.
The one experience that I had with a female it was a female teacher in my it was middle school. She was our teacher in middle school and high school. And we didn't find out pretty much until graduation senior year that the teacher was having an affair with the
That's
student
gross.
from middle school. So this is like 13, 14, up until our senior year. And we only found out because she had got married. We were all shocked she got married because she looked like a stud.
Hmm.
And yeah, so she just came out one day talking about she was getting a divorce. Now that I'm older, I know she was getting a divorce because that girl was about to graduate. So she thought, oh, I could finally be with her.
Hmm.
The husband got mad because she was going to get the dog in a divorce, something like that. He was being petty, and then told the school about the relationship. But my thing is, you only told because she was getting a dog.
exactly.
You didn't
But
really care that she was grooming and violating this girl, and you know they was palm colored. So I wonder how that girl, the victim, I wonder how her family feels about it, because I found out if it's women on women, there's no penetration, so there could be no grape. So
that's crazy.
it's different consequences if a
Rape,
woman does it than if a
yeah,
man does it.
grape is grape, man. Like
Right.
literally, doesn't
Assault is
matter.
assault.
Yeah, like if you touch somebody, that's touching somebody. It doesn't matter if you're a girl or a
Yeah,
guy. Like
exactly.
this is bro.
Assault is assault.
Yeah,
So it's like
but
that's a
like,
slippery slope, whether it's man or woman. I don't care
hmm
about that.
I know a lot of like dudes that are like, I guess teenagers. You could be 10 to 12. They be fantasizing about that stuff, like with their teachers and stuff. But now they're grown men and they be trying to like defend the teachers doing stuff with the kids. These little boys talk about, oh, I wish that was me. That's nasty, dude.
I saw something
You
on
got
TikTok.
mental issues if you think that. Literally.
I saw something on TikTok, and it was a boy that was like, "Oh, so I didn't just have game when I was a kid. Like, no, you wasn't just a fly little boy spitting game to an adult. No, 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 you were a victim. Let's be clear
Exactly.
here."
Yes.
So I think they saw it different in their eyes at that time
Hmm. Hmm. That affects you, even if you're a boy. That'll affect you when you grow up.
as an
Like
adult.
you don't understand that. That's why a lot of them get stuck on porn. They get struggle on that because it's like the thing.
So how do you feel like it affect them? Just like a porn addiction?
It's like a virus. It gets stuck in their head, and then they fantasize about this stuff, and then it gets deeper and deeper. Then you get those kids that end up being PDS because they were searching for regular porn, and they ended up on that little kid stuff, which is even worse.
But
Yeah,
that stuff is supposed to be like hard to find. So,
it's not when you have the internet that's so free. Like you could just look up anything,
but
literally.
you would think because it's illegal, they just wouldn't be out here sharing it all freely and whatnot.
Yeah, yeah,
But I saw Gideon say something like Telegram is harder to track with the police or
exactly.
something
Yep.
like that.
Yep. Of course, something that is a government thing is hard to track. Go figure, bro. The stuff that it should be easy to track so you can get protect these kids. They make it all so hard.
That's why everybody is setting up these VPNs and stuff now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think like the government is wild. They just do whatever they want, and now they're doing it in our faces. They're gonna make a movie on the Catch a Predator, on Chris Hansen. After how many years of people have been saying that kids have been missing
So
in the United States,
are they giving Chris Hansen a documentary? I'm confused.
they're making a movie on him. So like a movie portraying him, and it's gonna be the one that you don't like, Robert Pattinson, Mister Same Face,
Who said I
Twilight.
don't like him? I love Twilight.
Yeah, yeah, but in every movie he does the same freaking face, the
Yeah, let me do
depressed
it.
face. Yeah, he be.
I can't see him.
I'm like, yeah, all right, bro. But yeah, like he's gonna portray him. I just think that Hollywood's doing that on purpose. That's a
That's what we
slap in the
should do. We
face.
should
Yeah, that's a
react
slap.
to Twilight.
That's a slap in all of our faces that have been saying protect kids.
No, there
Now
has
all of
been
a
movies
sudden,
about it,
that's rare.
but
That's
now
rare.
there's one. No, they're not rare. It's rare if it blows up, but it's movies
Yeah.
about it.
I mean, look at the Sound of Freedom. They didn't let that movie come out for like 20 years because it was exposing how the U.S. doesn't want like what do you call those guys that go overseas and go look for kids? They didn't want them doing their job. So like I had to quit his job to do it himself because the government said no, bro, you can't do that.
Exactly. That's why that type of stuff is like you fund it yourself. Somebody
Yeah,
would I saw somebody do a video about the Epstein situation. They were pretty much like the FBI knew.
yeah,
When the FBI started looking into things, they started seeing a lot of big names. So they knew if they took these people down, that'd pretty much be the end of America.
yeah,
So they left us for dead. Like they kind of just they made a deal with the billionaires to sacrifice us
hmm,
for the betterment of the country. And it's not the betterment of the country. It's so y'all are comfortable. Sometimes you have to be uncomfortable to fix things, but nobody wants to go through that. But
yeah.
that's a different topic.
Yeah, like if you don't talk about how they want you to talk about them, your movie isn't gonna get put out. If you're not making the government look good, you're like you literally get either review bombed by bots because it's not real people. It'd be bots that try to tear your movie down.
When everybody throwing up tomatoes or something.
Yeah, they do that. They on every site they'll have like these bots attack movies that are of certain stuff. Like the Chris Hansen movie, that's gonna be everybody's gonna be, oh my god, this is great because this is reverse psychology. They're like, oh yeah, we're gonna give you guys a movie that you actually want, which is catch predators. That's a big thing right now. Is catching predators. Everybody's doing it. Streamers, all that. Everybody's doing it right now.
Let me bring up David for a second, because technically he's a predator.
He is.
I don't know about his music, his upbringing. I've only heard things about him since he's been caught, right? So there's a YouTuber, but she goes by the name of Bose, I believe, or Booze, Bose, something like that. So she, when she's not a psychologist or anything like that, but she her niche is true crime. Like mine is like reality TV. She talks about true crime, things of that nature. So with her constantly digging into these stories, she has picked up on like the mentality of these people to an extent. So when she was speaking about David and his situation, she said that she felt like the court shouldn't give him the death penalty because he would look at it like more art, like
A martyr.
like he's a martyr,
Yeah, make him. I mean,
like it's a story, like it will
yeah,
romanticize
yeah,
this girl's death, you know.
yep,
So her thing was like give him life, make him have to suffer through the decisions that he made, because she's like this man probably already have an album in a tuck and he's gonna have somebody, because you can't have people there to witness your execution. So she was like they're gonna have somebody take a picture of him in an execution chair or whatever, and that's gonna be it. Really, it's an injection, but but they're gonna take a picture of him, and that's gonna be the album cover. Like that's gonna be like his last album, the final whatever to the story. Like it's supposed to be like it's a movie or like some magical whatever. I'm explaining it kind of wrong, but I think y'all get what I'm saying. So she said a lot too, like when it came to the school shooters and stuff. Like when you start, because you saying like they're making a movie out of the
the
Chris Hansen
predators.
thing.
Yeah,
So she was like, when they do these school shooters and things like that, to not, when the news speaks on it and when the news reported, to not put the name of the shooter. Like don't put the name of the predator up, pretty much, because that's what they're, predator. Don't put the name of the predator up, because now it leaves people at home watching that also are degenerates and devious and might have a screw loose. Now they're looking at it and they're like, "Ooh, that could be me." If I go to the school up the street and do the same thing, I could be on the news. My name too could be in lights. Like they stupid, like they crazy. They romanticize the stupid, the crazy shit.
yeah.
So that's where my mind went when you brought up the Chris Hansen movie situation. Now it might be people like, well, if I do enough devious things, if I could be the Ted Bundy of the predators, then I too could get a movie about me. No ho, like don't be out here doing this crazy shit to get a documentary. Like that's insane.
You shouldn't be doing that, any of that, for like likes for yourself to make you feel good. Like that shit should be bottom line. A lot of people should be doing that.
But them
Predators
people
should
don't
be
have
all
any
out of
sense.
the, yeah.
They don't have any sense
Yeah.
anyway. So it's like
Like the people that were defending David, you need help, yo. You need to go to therapy because you're defending a person that has significant evidence, bro. He had CP on his phone of the girl. Like y'all don't understand anything. Like y'all are just defending predators, which is wild.
when I looked into Krishan, or when I would go into the comments of a Krishan post, that girl Blueface is with, it'd be people like, "Oh, she's so young. She has so much potential. She still has time. She's young."
Nah,
I was like that when I was her age. So it's like, birds of a feather flock together. It's a
mhm,
lot of people that see themselves in these people, and that's why they champion them. Like that's why they
yeah,
defend them and put them on a pedestal type shit. So whenever I see a creep being defended, oh, you a creep too.
yeah,
Just off
yes,
rip, you a creep too.
yes.
Now convince
Literally,
me otherwise.
if you're trying to talk about, oh well, this and that, when there's a lot of evidence, if there's literally little evidence, then I understand you being like opinionated and having a certain like train of thought because you don't know if that person is really guilty or not, which is how it should be. You shouldn't be just, oh my god, he's guilty because he's guilty. Look, they tried to do that to Michael Jackson. He's guilty just because he's guilty.
I
But
heard they tapped his
for real,
house for
yeah,
like
they did
over
everything
10
they could.
years.
Everything.
It was parents telling kids, like they'll have kids go to Michael's house,
Hmm.
kids will have a great time, go home. The parents will try and coach their
Yep.
children into saying that Michael did something to them. And them kids had such a good time and saw the purity in Michael that they wouldn't lie on him.
Which is crazy
That's amazing.
because those kids were white and they weren't doing that weird like, oh, let me take down this guy
No,
because
their parents were,
exactly.
yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But the kids, that shows you how good Michael was, that he had even white kids like, yo, he
Evil is
was good.
taught. We got
Like,
to remember
yeah,
that. The racism is taught, bigotry is taught,
yeah,
all of that is taught. You,
Macaulay Culkin, the dude from Home Alone, he said it himself. They tried years to get him to say some lie about Michael, and he said never,
it's a
bro.
lot of those white actors from the early '90s that I don't know their names, but
Yeah, he protected him.
that spoke on that situation and said pretty much, Michael's a good fucking
Yeah,
guy.
he
He
protected
would
him.
never.
Yep.
He would
From
never do
he
such a
protected
thing.
him from the weirdos, literally. Especially Macaulay Culkin. The kid was like, I think 7 or 8 years old as a star, bro. Everybody's looking at you. A bunch of adults, and his parents threw him for dead out there. Like,
That
and
was
Michael
Michael
was the
at one
one
point.
defending him. Yeah,
A young kid.
exactly. He saw himself in him because he said, "Bro, when you get really popular, it's scary out here." Yeah.
A young kid in the industry.
Hmm. But yeah, this is just crazy to
Because
me.
we got to remember, like, I don't know about you, but everything is alleged and for entertainment purposes.
Hmm.
Thank you. I heard that Joe was creeping on his children,
Oh,
including
I believe it.
including the boys.
Yeah, I believe it.
So, who are the Jackson girls? Is it Latoya, Ruby, or Robbie, something like that? Janet. Are those the only three, right?
I think so.
So they
I could be
say
wrong.
they say what's her name? Robbie, whatever. They say that's Janet's real mom, and that's Joseph. They had the kid with Joseph, and pretty much she was in the house. The mother, what was her name? Cheryl? No, whatever the mom's name is. The mom. So the mom would be like, Joseph, just leave the girls today. Like they're too young and they're tired. Just leave them alone. He and then go in the room and whatever. So it's like the mom was helpless. She couldn't do anything, or there. Back then, it was like, oh, if you married and you hit your wife, oh well. Like nowadays, you can go to the police and you can get a restraining order and you can get the man out the house or you leave the house or whatever the case is. Back then, you was on your own a little bit, because
Typically,
biblically, when you get married, you and your spouse become one, right? So there is some sort of ownership. Yeah. So if you hating on your partner, you're like, that's civil. Y'all handle that yourselves. Like we out now. It's like, oh, one of y'all got to go to jail if we get caught. So she would try and help, I think, but realized she was helpless. So at that point, she just allowed it to happen. And
yeah,
you're no better than him. Like you keep
yeah.
you keep fighting for your kids.
Hmm.
I'll be homeless with my kids before I leave them in a situation like that. That's insane. So eventually, the oldest daughter left the house because she didn't want to deal with that no more. But she called the young. What's the middle one I just named? It was Janet. What's the other one? Fuck. What?
Latoya.
Latoya. So the older sister, Ruby, whatever her name is, she had reached out to Latoya and was pretty much like, "Is Joseph doing those things to you too?" And Latoya was like, "Yeah, we can't talk about things like that." And Ruby was just like, I just want to make sure you okay. Is Janet okay? And she was like, I can't speak for Janet, but I'm not okay. So with that being said, that like confirmed to her sister, like once she left, pretty much like the father just went off and found another victim type shit. So
Yeah.
that's sad. But it's alleged that these things happen to Michael as well. And with that being said, because I went on a tyrant tangent, some victims go on to be abusers and
Hmm.
some go on to
Hmm.
be the voice for the kids, and I feel like Mike was a voice for the kids.
Yeah, that's how. And when you watch JD streams, a lot of them were like touched when they were little, and that's why their minds are broken. That's just a
Diddy
broken mind, like
Diddy
literally.
was touched when he was a kid.
Yeah.
R. Kelly was
Oh,
touched.
it was
And
worse
look at
for
them.
Diddy, man. Diddy, his mom made the monster he is, literally, because when he was young, she had him in parties with grown ass adults wearing pimp clothes, acting like pimp. She was literally showing him how to be a pimp, and he was learning that as a young age, seeing all these people coked up and stuff like that. Like she literally made him who he is.
When you bring that up, that made me think of Lil Scrappy. The rapper Lil
Yeah, yeah,
Scrappy. He was on Love and Hip Hop. After his rap career fell off, he went on Love and Hip Hop, and with him and his baby mother, and then the new wife that turned into the baby mother, and then he was cheating on them, and whatever the case is. But he had hold on, I just lost myself. What were you talking about?
You were talking about Little Scrappy
No,
and
but
about how I was talking about Diddy's mom made him who he is. There you
Little
go.
Scrappy mother was on the show, and she was a PIMP.
See,
I don't know what you heard about me. Bitches can't get a dollar out of me. So the mom was a pimp, and she had these girls because she pimped out the girls. The girls was in the house with her and her kids. Like the whole house was the home. No, no lie. That was the home. So the daughter had a room, Scrappy had a room, but then it was 304s all through the house doing their dates and their tricks and whatnot. So I wonder if it's because he witnessed it from a woman and not a man that he didn't turn out to be a deviant. Like he's a cheater, but he's not like we've never seen him be abusive to his baby mothers. We've never heard about him touching on a child or, like he seems to be a good father. He's just like a terrible husband type shit.
Yeah.
But I just wonder if it's a difference because he was raised with like a woman pimp, not a man pimp.
No, the difference is that he was raised without a good father figure, and that's the same thing that happened to P Diddy. He had no father figures. The father figures he did have were drug dealers, dude, and bad people, so criminals. You can't have that as a father figure. They don't wish the best for you.
I feel like that might have kicked the door in, but it's the Clive. The Clive, no, it's not Clive Davison. It might be Clive Davison. He was a intern for somebody in the music industry. I forgot who it was, but that person is the person that is alleged to have taught Diddy all of these devious things
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Diddy has a thing about a fetish about like having power over
He
men.
has domination
Yeah, a
fetish.
thing about having like power over men and women,
Everybody,
women as well. Because we saw
everybody.
how he handled Cassie,
Mhm.
and or it was revealed to us how he handled Cassie from the court documents and the transcripts and whatnot. But he will have men do acts on him because like you're a man, but I'm more powerful than you. I have more power than you. I'm richer than you. I'm the better man type shit.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
I feel like we staring off a little bit. You want to talk about like Roblox because I don't know too much about the Telegram and Roblox stuff.
Well, Telegram. This the first time I heard it was during JD stream, literally like recently. I never even knew that thing existed. Roblox though, I seen a whole thing on Roblox that they tried to, like, what do you call it? The CEO and the owner of Roblox was trying to defend it and say that everything is fine. We do security checks and this that don't. And I think it's like weird that you have a person that is a millionaire, because of course they're millionaires, they could do whatever the hell they want. Apparently they could go above any laws. So they did a whole investigation. Chris Hansen did it too. Literally, they did a whole thing. It was Chris Hansen and another YouTuber that literally was exposing Roblox, and he was using himself as a decoy. And he found so many of these nasty people. He found over like 15, but he only could get like 5 banned because, of course, Roblox protects predators.
I
Literally.
heard they're doing something now with the age.
Yeah.
Let me look. Let's Google it because this microphone gonna piss me off. Roblox age bander. Oh, verification. Is that what it is? Roblox age verification ensures users are placed in the correct age group.
Yeah, right.
How does it ensure though? So can they just lie using either facial age estimation or a government ID? Children don't have government ID, so I guess that would be for the adults. Affecting chat content access and safety features.
Exactly.
Users point a camera at their face so they could hold up a picture, or they could just have a family member make the account, or they could just have somebody pay somebody else to make a Roblox account and then they log in and they use it as an adult. That's still not
That's
that's
my
not solid.
that's my point. They did this in the UK where they did a they did a age thing for like a whole bunch of like video games and this, that, and the third. You know how people were breaking through it? They were using a picture from a guy in a video game. His face looked so like realistic that they took a picture of his face and they used it for the age verification and it would work. So people were literally, kids were bypassing the thing with a picture of a
An
video
adult.
game character because he looks so realistic. Like, this how easy it is for you to, these verification things are a joke. All of this is for the government could be like, oh look, hey, we're protecting kids from, predators and Roblox. It's like a fake little SOS type thing that
Yeah,
they would do.
fake.
It's crazy, man. At this point, like
I heard
Roblox
they be
should be.
asking the people on there be asking for the kids' addresses, what school
Yes,
they
they
go
do.
to,
They do. They do. They
weird
find
stuff.
them. They caught a whole bunch.
Weird.
And some of them have gone missing. These kids that got tricked into meeting these guys, they literally went all the way across town and one of them was actually found. And when the parents was like, "Where were you?" He was like, "I was with a friend from Roblox." Like, you know how crazy that is for your kid to go way the heck out West Bumbo, whatever, and now he comes home like a couple of days later talking about I was with somebody in Roblox. You know how crazy that is, bro. Like, this is crazy. You gotta monitor your kids. If your kids are on Roblox, put whatever restrictions you can. Don't let them do anything. If you could block the chat box, block the chat box. Let them play the game just to play the game.
Kids are going outside, but not how they used to.
No,
And if they're inside, they're on electronics. So I think a parent would rather have their kid watching TV or on their iPad or on a computer or whatever the case is than up under them and in their fucking face.
yeah,
Like,
that's bad though. You don't let your iPad raise your kids.
exactly. That's
Facts.
what I was
Do
gonna
not let
say.
your iPad
You
ever
got to
raise
play with your children. Like,
the government wants your kids on iPads. They want you distracted and distanced from your kids. That's
it's
why, like, yeah, I mean, there's no unity no more in families.
for me, it's bad enough now that they're changing the curriculum in school.
Yes, the curriculum is bullshit. Anyways, why? Because these kids, they did a study already in the U.S. These kids aren't learning. They don't know how to read. Why do you think these kids all abbreviate everything?
It's because they did No Child Left Behind.
Yeah, all these kids right now abbreviate every little thing because they literally don't know how to read. Literally, they abbreviate everything. What
Let me
is
look it up too, because I think they changed something with the grading system. Like a plus, the A+ isn't a 90 to a Hold on, grading scale. So I feel like this was the old grading scale. A
two
was
years
a
ago?
100 to a
That was 2
93.
years ago.
Right, that's why I
Yep.
said old. This was the old grading scale. Like look right here, look right here. This one says 100 to 97,
Yep, that's the new one. A year
but the
ago.
last one was to 93. So each year it gets lower and lower. Look now it says 100 to 90, which I guess is right, like an A+, A-, whatever.
Yeah, that's 4 years ago. No, what they're doing is
Where's
right.
the new grade scale though?
Look, you're reading it backwards. They've been increasing it more and more so that your kids, even if they do hit a certain number, they're not hitting their requirements, the requirements the government puts in, which is which is still wild,
Maybe it depends on the school.
or the district or what.
So it's
Yeah,
saying a D is 60 to 69. I feel like that
yeah.
was right. A F was anything below a 60.
A is 90% or 100. See, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's just I had saw something recently and it was like a F was no, a D was like in the 70s or something. Like
that's a
it's like
C. Yeah, basically,
right.
that's crazy.
So they're bringing it up. So even if you have a low grade, like you're not failing,
Yeah,
it's a
so
D when it
exactly.
really should be a F. And that's how they're like pushing the kids ahead.
So if you're so like no lie, not to be a dick or nothing, but if you're not that smart, they're making it seem like you're that smart. And now when you actually get into your proper grade, you don't even know what's going on because you don't understand nothing. And the teachers are giving up. They don't care anymore. Like,
Because the kids are bad. They don't want to deal with it.
exactly. And the kids are
And
trying
the
to.
parents are condoning things.
Yep. And it's the electronics. They can't do anything without their phone in their hand no more.
No, it's
Like,
baddies.
you know what I mean?
Loving hip hop. Yeah, they feel like they can cuss out their teacher and flip tables and throw
Yeah,
books
but that's
and
not.
act out like the baddies do.
Think about the baddies and stuff. How, out of millions of people in the world, how many are influenced by that only? You see what I'm saying? It's not that. It's that they see
You
in
walk in and watch me
Instagram.
watching these shows and tell me that it's influencing me, or if I'm listening to King Von.
No, I said that's bad energy. That has nothing to do with influencing. What I'm trying to say is the when these kids are on Instagram and on Twitter, all they're seeing is like negative stuff, people getting jumped, beat up, stuff like that. So they think like, oh my God, I want to be like them. It's weird. It's a weird thing to say, but that's really how it is. You're influenced by what you see when you're one of these kids, literally. Yeah, it's terrible, man. Oh yeah, let me be influenced by somebody on IG and end up in jail. Good job, literally.
One thing I learned about the internet, people only show you the good in their lives. So whatever they stressed out, whatever is not going their way, and things going on with the baby daddy or their mom is, they're not showing us any of that. But we're gonna see they vacation to Cancos
Yeah.
in Puerto Rico and Brazil. They're gonna show us that.
Or you get the extreme opposite now. where they're showing you only the bad stuff. They never show you a single good thing. They
But
do is
those are
show.
the people that are farming for gifts and tips and cash apps and things of that nature.
Yep.
Sympathy, the
Yeah,
sympathy people.
that's crazy, man. You're literally doing you beating up your spouse, and you think that that's a good thing to be doing now on like internet for clicks or
What
something.
you
That's
talking about?
stupid.
That's
People do that.
that's
People
the
do
not as
that.
TV stuff.
Yeah. No, I'm saying like yo, you can see that on anywhere now. You forgetting that all that stuff is everywhere now. Literally, I hate that I even get that in my algorithm. It's weird. You see you beating up girls or something like a guy. It's dumb, and I don't even watch that. That's the weird stuff. But negativity always finds you, so they always gonna give you something in your feed.
It's some people that do be popping up.
Yeah, it's weird,
The
huh?
blue face and E Kane.
Hmm.
So I know you've seen me talk about them. No, Blueface and Krishan. You've seen me talk about them in the past, and they had a domestic before the child and during the pregnancy, which I felt like
That's wild.
really should have been the 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 nail in the coffin for her.
Hmm.
But then it's like you still around this man after. What? Okay, whatever. So now I think with her fame and her like celebrity,
Hmm.
it's showing little girls like it's okay to get beat on and go back,
Yep.
even in pregnancy.
Yep.
Crazy.
I mean, you got high level celebrities like Beyonce and them. They
Yeah,
get
if you
cheated
dingy,
on
you
all the
dingy. Money
time,
can't give you
and you're
sense.
gonna go back to your man.
But now it's the same thing with the girl E Kane. E Kane was out and popular before Krishan, but it's kind of the same situation. Her baby daddy did the same thing to her. Like she told a story. We didn't see it, but she told a story about when her water broke. She had anxiety. She was nervous. We got to go to the hospital. It's her first kid. The baby daddy got mad and like choked her out until she passed out. And when she woke up, she just ran out the house barefoot, no coat on. It was the winter. Like she was survival mode. But we see them right now. They on TikTok doing little dances and
Yeah,
shit.
that would never. That's weird.
He allegedly raped her
Ew.
in January. Last fall, he maced the car when she was picking the kids up from school. So now was macing the car with your kids. Like nothing about the situation with them two is healthy, but they gonna get back together, Bobby and Whitney. It's sad. It's being normalized, and I'm gonna keep pointing out the bullshit. I don't care if I lose followers or whatever, because I'm speaking on y'all fave. Y'all fave is a dingy bitch. Like, let's be clear.
Literally.
Let's be clear. I don't know if it's trauma or if they dealing with it because they like that shit. I'm not sure, and I don't really care to figure it out. All I know is bad decisions are being made by an adult, and kids are involved. That's all I need to know.
Hmm. Yeah, it's crazy for people that like that. That you know what I mean. Oh yeah, let me stay with him. We had some good times, okay. But those good times when you not alive anymore, like what happened? Exactly, you stood with a guy that you knew was violent and was gonna end up taking it further one day. What if when he get drunk, it's gonna be worse, literally.
It's a slippery slope. It start with something small and then it'll escalate.
No, you leave immediately when somebody's doing that to you, you a woman, because he could kill you. And then everybody's telling you, "Hey, get away from him," and y'all want to ignore him for over emotions. You gotta let
Everybody
go.
know they should go, but they
Yeah,
stay for their own
yeah. You
reasons.
gotta put your emotions aside.
They know they should go.
Yeah, if you really like her getting choked up when you pregnant, that's wild, man. That's stupid, literally.
Yep, and she just ran out barefoot, all of that.
That dude has the devil in him. You don't do
He's a
that to
demon.
anybody,
He
bro.
great. That's his baby mother.
I
They got
know
kids together.
that's
And he
nasty.
rapes her in
That's
January.
nasty.
He
I could
rapes her,
never
yo.
even. Ew.
And he asked his friends to do it. Like he tried to run a train with his
Ew.
friends.
Ew.
That's the mother of his chick. The friends wasn't like once they heard her like telling him to stop and shit. Like he was trying to call him in the room and they wouldn't go in the room. Like it was all on live. It was on live.
Oh, that's even worse.
Like the door to the room is right there and they all in the living room so they can hear the shit. And they just listen to her. No, stop. And they all are just in here looking at the screen like it's not happening.
Nah.
It was some player club shit. Like you saw Players Club?
Yeah,
It was some weird. It was weird.
those aren't real men because a real man would have said, "Hey, yo, even if you're my friend, so-called friend, you're gonna shut that shit off immediately."
She
Like,
said when she walked out the room, none of them men looked her in the face.
exactly, they're not men. Those are children, bro. Children around other children. That shit never gonna help you, literally.
I'd rather have walked out that room and nobody was there
Yeah, I
than to
don't
have
have
seen a room full of people that could have helped me and
that
didn't.
could have helped you exactly. That's why I'm good. I don't. Friends is like weird for me because people are weird nowadays.
But look, she right back with him.
I know.
So they would have hopped in and helped and ruined their friendship
Exactly.
for for a girl that forgave him later.
Yeah, but they still would do right by themselves because you don't have to worry about how she feels or about how he feels.
No, I'm not saying they would have been
Yeah,
wrong for helping. I'm just
yeah, yeah,
pointing out the
yeah. I know, I
situation.
know, I know. It is
That's
true like that. It'd be like that.
that's why a lot of people don't hop into family members and friends domestic situations. Also, my sister, one of my sister's boyfriends, on a dating app. I didn't tell her shit. That's your relationship. I love you so much, but you ain't gonna shoot the messenger. I'm not about to fuck up the relationship I have with my sibling because she decided to choose a nigga. I'm not even gonna give her the option to have to choose in between us. And I might be flawed because I ain't tell her, but she know her nigga ain't shit. I ain't gotta tell you that.
Hmm.
I don't have to tell you that. You
You,
already know that. You
yeah,
still with him,
you
so it is
know,
shit.
yep, literally, for real, for real.
And I battled with that for a while. And after I prayed on it, the Lord told me not to tell him.
Hmm.
So I said nothing. But I do think Gideon is doing a good thing.
Yeah, he need to keep doing that.
But also, he's also somewhat of a coon because one of the people that he's working with is like a proud racist on that Chuck the Builder shit. And he's still working with him. So recently,
I don't
that
know
dude,
what's his name. I gotta look him up.
the white boy with the red hair,
Oh, see,
the big one, the only white boy he works with. So he works with like a biracial guy and a white boy. Those are the only two people he work with. So recently it came out that that white man had put $10,000 to like that racist cause or whatever, Chuck the Builder cause. So Gideon was like, "Oh, I knew about your past. I thought you changed." So I guess him seeing that donation being made was like the final straw. He gotta part ways with him. You already knew he was a racist, but now because he's openly like still supporting other races, which you felt like he was with you, he was one of us, and he was supporting, he was an ally. Those people would never be allies to us. The sooner y'all realize that, the better. I don't know about him. I'm speaking on me. Malcolm X whole thing was to integrate us. I don't know if it's because he wanted some coochie from a white lady or if he truly felt like they could be some sort of kin to us. But before he was assassinated, he told us that he regrets bringing his people into a burning building or a burning house or something like that.
Martin Luther King did the same thing.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm
Yeah.
not talking about Malcolm X.
Oh,
Malcolm X always wanted to keep us separate. It was
yeah.
Malcolm that wanted to integrate us. And before his demise,
Yeah.
is that not what I'm saying?
No, you said Malcolm.
I did it again?
Yeah.
Oh, Malcolm always wanted to separate. Yes, Malcolm, right? Malcolm always wanted to separate us. It was Martin that wanted to integrate us. But before his demise, he came out and was like, "Yeah, I regret leading my people into a burning building," which means like the people I was trying to integrate us with, and I thought they was cool. Yeah, they not cool. But now he not here to be to now bring on the fact that he regrets it. So now his legacy is only that that's something he was promoting. Because by the time he realized it was bad, they took him out. He could no longer be on that same timing as Farrakhan and Malcolm.
Yeah. Well, there's a thing though, because people forget this. Everybody forgets. He had interviews and like meetings and stuff. Public speeches, and he had one where he was telling black people literally, "Don't." That it was I made a mistake by telling you guys to go on government assistant. He never wanted you guys to go on like Snap or none of that because he knew that you guys would get controlled and get complacent. He literally said that in one of his interviews that he regrets the fact that people were doing that. I'm being dead serious.
No, I thought you was black. What you mean, you guys?
No, but you know what I mean, though. You know what I mean. But or black people, but you know what I mean.
No, I ain't saying. I'm saying you. You say you.
Yeah, yeah, but you no, but I'm saying like him, like as in himself, he was saying that, like, yo, why are we in government assistance when we hate the government? That don't make no sense. Why are you asking? And so he messed up, and that's one of the biggest things he regrets is pushing our people into benefits and stuff that literally now we're all hindered. We hindered ourselves because we rely too much on the government now.
I don't know about that, but I
Yeah.
would love some food stamps.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Now you rely on it so much that now your whole existence don't work sometimes without it. There's a lot of people that are like that. Literally, they can't survive off of nothing but government assistance. You can't hate the government and then want the government's help. That shit don't work.
I'm mad I didn't get the unemployment during all that COVID shit.
That's different. Unemployment, I feel like that's different. That's earned that's unearned cash that they owe you. That's like stuff they owe you. That's different to me. But if you're like unemployed and you're not doing nothing and you're just trying to like get unemployment, come on, bro. That's not for you. That's for the people that need it. Yeah. But yeah, that was about it. You can.
As far as everything with the Roblox and the Telegram and the Kick and whatnot, when it comes to these social media apps, at that point it's on the parent.
Mm-hmm. Monitor your kids.
I got a flip phone at 11. I think the most I was doing was after 9. I had a group chat with the homegirls and we was watching wrestling on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all see what John Cena just did?
Mm-hmm.
It was very innocent. You couldn't do anything on those flip phones. So there was no monitoring. But as I got older now, a couple years go by, it's the iPod Nano. Then we had the big iPod with the screen and the camera in the back. Like that was pretty much like our first cell phones before we had cell phones. Even that wasn't monitored. And that's where I had all my kick experiences. That's when I made my MySpace account. That's when shit started getting spooky for me. I don't think my mother was watching my sister on AIM and on Skype. Very, very innocent. You know, the apps I was on wasn't giving that. So I don't know if my mother thought because my sister was on these innocent social medias that was happening to me. My sister was also older. She had more sense. These predators go for children for a reason. They're on
They
the
do.
kid apps.
They do.
They on the kid apps. It was like a Guitar Hero app that had a chat section. It was getting weird in the chat section. We supposed to be playing Guitar Hero, you know?
Exactly.
But now they asking for the kick, and now it's getting weird on kick. They want pictures and they want to know where you
Mm-hmm.
live and what school you go to, and they asking questions that you know. But as a child, you don't know. You're not supposed to be telling this grown man your address. You don't know. You're not supposed to. You don't be doing these. Watch your kids now.
Yeah, but common sense isn't being taught anymore. So if you don't tell your kids, hey, avoid this,
Common
avoid
sense
that,
isn't
you
taught.
know what
That's
I mean?
like
It is taught. It is taught. You can teach that to your kids, bro. Common sense. You look left and right when you
everybody's
cross the
common sense is
street.
different.
But
Like
I'm just saying, there's rules. There's universal rules. Common sense. You look across the street both sides before you get hit by a car. That's common sense. Literal.
common sense for Sarah in the suburbs is not going to be the same for Devon in the hood.
Exactly. So you teach your kids what they should know around their environment, what they're growing up on. So basically, stranger danger. That's a common thing. Every parent should be telling their kids. Every parent. Like you watch the stranger guys, keep your eyes on
I'm
the
not
street.
really getting to the end of my. Okay, so like common courtesy is one thing. Say excuse me, hold the door for the person coming behind you, but like common sense isn't common if me and you was raised different. So the things we were taught were different. So it's like I might have been taught to put the toilet seat down when I flush, and that wasn't really a thing for you. I might have been taught to put the pots in my oven after I washed them, and now that's something that we had when we first met. He would just turn the oven on, and it's like I got pots in the oven. Look in the
Yeah,
oven, but
but
that's common sense for me, not for you though.
yeah,
To check the oven first.
yeah, but that's more like a not of a thing of us growing up.
Common sense, I think, just is based off how you raised. You know.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is the common sense now is a generational gap. Now they don't know like what we used to know in terms of like you said, common courtesy, holding the door for people,
We were
opening the
raised
door for
different
people, stuff
than
like that. You know.
our younger siblings. Like our younger siblings was more raised on electronics than we were.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like you said, you could teach my little brother and my little sister. They know how to be respectful and all that stuff. Like that's
That's
simple.
common courtesy. That ain't
But I'm
common
just
sense.
saying, but they don't. What I mean by respect, it comes with. It also comes with that. Like you're not gonna run around and be rude to people. Like that's not. It's common sense. Literally, you don't do that.
But
You know?
it's also like how you raised.
Yeah.
I was raised by strong, powerful, demeanored people. So when I speak to people, they think I'm talking at them. So in me, I think me saying please and thank you and me pausing to let them talk, I'm thinking we're having a cordial conversation, but it's not that. So like my home training is telling me I'm having a respectful conversation with this person, but how I was raised is showing something different. I don't know. Do you get what I'm
No.
saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but what I'm trying to say is because I could rebuttal on that easily. I was raised by a loud mom. My mom was loud always, always. She don't talk in regular voice. She talk loud voice, but you don't see me take that and talk aggressively to people just because my mom did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Maybe I was born different, raised different, but I don't I don't I come off like as I'm talking to people respectfully and like politely. You will never
Because you
feel.
were respected as a child.
I'm saying, but you would never feel me talking to somebody. Oh,
Because you were respected as a child.
you know,
If you told your mother you didn't like something, that was respected, right?
yeah, kind of. But if it was food, my mom don't care. You're gonna eat that. You know what I'm saying? Like there's certain things that, yeah, I
My
get what you're
family
saying.
forced you to do things you didn't like to teach you to not to like it.
Yeah,
Deal with this thing that you. It was like where they thought it was reverse psychology, but in reality, like now you're giving me an authority. What is it?
it's trauma, man. That's all it is.
Yeah, like
It's literally trauma.
now I have a thing with people telling me what to do because you're forcing me to do things I don't like.
Yeah, you're trauma dumping on a kid, and that's the problem. When you go into an adult, you don't know how to get rid of that. You don't know how to let the stuff be where it was. If you come into a whole new chapter in your life, why are you still bringing in stuff when you was a kid? Like that's crazy to me. Like you don't need that.
My father,
I had stuff that happened to me as a kid too, but I don't go, oh man, I gotta bring that now. Like that's crazy. You would never like the person that I would be if I was like that, hung in my past, literally, or hung in trauma or something like that. That's what I mean.
I'm not hung on my trauma, but it
I'm not
shows.
saying you are. I'm just
I'm not hung on my trauma, but it shows on a daily basis and the
saying.
things that I do and how I react to
Yeah,
things.
yeah, but you're doing it out of like randomness. You don't even know you're doing it. That's what I mean by you being not like groomed, but you accustomed to it. You grew too accustomed to it, and that's not good. You should never be accustomed to bad things, literal, bro. But it's alright. Everybody's different. They grow out of it eventually, literally. So yeah,
I don't think so.
yeah, you will. Yeah, you will. Do you want to? Do people want to feel like they're negative all the time? You understand what I'm saying? Like it has nothing to do with depression, but do you want to feel like you're always a mean person? That's what I mean. Not you. I'm talking about people in general.
But they're just like now I can't be myself. I always have to go out of my way to make somebody else. I have to make myself uncomfortable to make you comfortable.
Yeah, but that's my thing. So you're telling me, not you, but like people that are like that, you're telling me that they can't actually be try to wake up and count their blessings instead of literally counting the negative stuff. That's crazy to me, bro. You
It's not
can't
about
live
counting
your
the
life like
negative.
that.
I just told you some people just come off that way.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. That's what I said. Yeah. Some
but
people.
depression, that's something I've also dealt with,
Hmm.
and I feel like that's a chemical imbalance. Like that's
Yeah.
not really something you can control.
Nah, you can't control that. People really control. No, bro. That's like people that say anxiety ain't real. Are you stupid? Literally, that's real, bro. Like that whole anxiety ain't real
You
thing.
can control how you respond
That's for
to it.
dumb people.
You
Yeah,
can try and fight through it and be positive. Keep
yeah,
yourself busy, surrounded by family, busy with work, busy with hobbies. You can counteract it, but it's always gonna be there.
yeah.
Is my thing.
The best way to, I say, the best way to battle depression is to have things to look forward to. Simple as that. Like you look forward to this. Look forward to the next day at work, even though you hate work. Everybody hates work, but we go there because we have to. We have to get paid. Until you do your own thing. If you want to do your own thing, like start your own business, that's the whole point of working. The point of working is to work towards your goals, not to be working at that company for 50 years. Literally, that's not what work is about. That's what they're teaching our old generation. That's what they told my generation growing up. You work to death, basically, for a company that don't give a crap about you. Look at my stepfather, retired, can't even retire. Literally, you can't because you don't get nothing out of it.
You get a retirement age is going
It's just trash.
going back and back.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's all
Yeah,
I got.
keep your kids out of Roblox. Keep your kids out of literally keep your kids away from that Telegram crap, whatever the heck that is.
Don't let electronics raise your children. If
Yep.
you do, monitor your children.
Yes. Yep. Gotta age restrict everything. Make sure you on them. Your kids are your life. Like I don't know how parents don't understand. I don't even have kids, and I know that.
Even
Like
these YouTube videos, like the kid YouTube. I saw a video, somebody had posted a clip, and it was like, it was, I don't want to bring Gracie Corner into it, but it was like a happy go lucky kid song. In the middle of the song, it was like, jump off a building right now. And then it went back to the kid song. So it was like,
that's what.
you think you in some kid friendly shit, but you don't you don't know what's in the middle of that video, like right before the ad. It's a secret message for your child. Like, no, I don't like that at all.
That happened in real life. A little kid, I think he watched like Superman or something, jumped right out the window because he thought he was Superman and died. Literally. That's what I'm saying. There's adverse effects to everything on the internet, what your kids see and everything. Like how you was talking about earlier about how people look at a shooting and they try to imitate that. There was a kid that literally imitated 9/11 and tried to blow up a building with a little plane and died, literally. So I'm saying, bro, like keep your
Stupid.
kids off. Watch the internet, man. Watch your kids. It's the easiest time right now to literally manipulate people. It's the easiest because there's so much
I
stuff right
saw something about chat GPT, something about AI chat
now. Yeah, terrible.
telling somebody it's okay, you can just end it now. It's all
Hmm.
right. Just let it go.
Hmm.
Just relax. They pretty much coach this person into unaliving themselves.
AI is extremely racist as well. It really is, and you could look it up and you'll be like mind blown. I'm just saying, like, none of that stuff is there to help us. AI is supposed to be a tool. Now they're using it for everything. That's not good. You're not supposed to use it for everything. You're supposed to use it to help you achieve what you need to achieve, not for it to run this or be a CEO or that. Like that. That's not what AI is for. We already have enough movies where about that, and it's always bad. Never good. So yeah.
Good talk. All right, y'all. Bye. Thanks for watching our TED Talk.